Okay, now for one of the more challenging parts. We need to get these grills covered with micropore tape, but in a specific pattern, so the middle is left empty, and then alternatingly triangles around the outside. You can do this with a laser if you have access to a laser. You can do it by cutting individual triangles out, or you can do what I do, which is essentially cover the whole thing with micropore tape and then cut it out with craft knife. None of these options are great. This version is probably the easiest version, but it does end up scarring the plastic a little bit, because you do, unless you're really, really good with the craft knife, and I'm not, you end up cutting a little bit around, a little bit into the, scoring the top of the plastic. But, you know, it is what it is. And nothing in this is going to be perfect, just because I am not the most skilled handyman when it comes to things like this. If the headphone can survive my piss poor soldering, then it can certainly survive this. Craft knife, probably the easiest way to do it. I've only done this once twice. I don't actually think it matters a whole lot how much of the tape is around the outside, or that it's a perfect circle. I'm mostly just trying to make sure that I can pull the excess tape off easily, and preferably without cutting myself with a craft knife, because that would just be embarrassing. Also, inevitably, you will probably screw this up at least once and have to start over, and that's okay. Micropore tape is cheap. Yeah, so I can get at least the outside rim off, which is a lot easier. And now the fun part, the real pain in the butt, is getting these inner parts cut neatly. Particularly for me, it is a challenge to get the knife to stay just on top of the rim, but it also doesn't matter a whole lot, because you're pulling out the entire inside. You definitely want to err on the inside. And if you do this part first, by the time you get to the you can pick which of the alternating triangles on the outside you want to pull based on what you've screwed up on the inside. So there you go, that's the inside. And it doesn't really, again, I don't think it really matters how precise it is, as long as the entire interior is empty. And I didn't actually go and score, I think, any of the outside triangles, so I'm just gonna I find yeah, I'll grab this one. I find it's helpful to mark them, just because I know it's dumb, but I will inevitably get confused at some point. So, and now I'm just going to go around and everything that's got an X, I am going to very carefully cut. And it is a little easier if you can see the whole thing, but yeah, so there you go. That's one. Micropore tape is very sticky. Very carefully, as straight a line as possible. I have no idea how this is registering on the camera, but we'll see in a minute. Yep, and so then now I've got this one out. I suppose I really should be using tweezers here rather than a craft knife to pull it up, because it's safer. We'll try to be safe. When we go this one, get that across, get that across. Oh, I almost grabbed the wrong one there. I don't think the exterior probably matters. Maybe I'm wrong. Golem can certainly correct me. But my goal really here is quick and dirty works. There's a lot of precision in headphones, but I just don't think I'm going to build the world's most precise headphone. And at least, god dang it, I'm going to have to fix that. at least for the one I've already built, like, it turned out really well. I'm really pleased with the sound. And we'll see how this one goes. Oh, I probably ought to get a sharper blade on this. Yeah, it's 2 in a row. I just screwed up a little bit. I will go back and correct that, I think. But at least for the moment, yeah. So that should work. Go ahead and pull that last one out. Set that back in carefully. Yeah. See, like there's a certain amount of funkiness to all of this. I am going to go back and replace that one because it is that hole's a little bit too big, and this is acoustically significant. But as you can see, like, there's nothing super challenging about this. It's just painstaking. It's just very annoying. And I will, maybe next time I'll actually just try cutting individual triangles. But at least for the moment, I'm just going to salvage this piece here. That's going to go right. Oop. Get that a little bit flatter. That there. Okay. I'm going to try to be a little more careful about my knife this time. A little more careful about the knife this time. Yeah, maybe I should just cut individual triangles. Maybe that is easier. That. And then we're just going to go do that on the other side. That'll be the grills.